Ron Toye, you really need to learn to shut up. Because you're doing nothing but giving our side more ammo to use against you in court. Your lawyer, quote unquote, using a Tumblr account full of creepy creep-ass horror stories. As evidence, I have a bad case of the hiccups. A bit of a case of the hiccups right now. Just downright unforgivable. I mean, in Ecclesiastes 3:7, it states, "There's a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to keep quiet and a time to speak." And in your case, Ronnie, with all these legal claims coming down on your ass, this is a time where you should shut up and have others stick their foot in their feet in their mouths and your mouth and close it for you. Because all you're doing is going on Twitter is giving us more ammo to use against you. But then again, what do you care? The tongue of the wise makes knowledge appealing, but the mouth of a fool belches out stupidity. Proverbs 15:2. And that's what you're doing. And the latter half of that verse is what you're doing, Ron. Just belching out stupidity. And this is something that Flash is pointing out. Yellow Flash 2 is pointing out just this morning. With that, I say to my brothers and sisters on the side that is where we, on the side of we stand with Vic. We need to be cautious at any and all times. We need to be careful at this time. So we need to strap on the armor of God so we'll be able to stand against the cunning of the tactic. Stand against the strategies of the devil. Because let's keep in mind, gang, our fight is not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities of the darkness of this day and age, and against the spiritual wickedness in the highest realms. At this stage in the game, every piece of that armor is going to be a valuable asset and is going to count. From the waist belt of truth, to the breastplate of righteousness, to the shoes of peace, to the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and of course this, the sword of the Spirit. I was wondering, I had just read Ephesians 6:11 through 12. 11 and 12. And at this point, my brothers and sisters and Stand With Vic, we need to hold firm. Hold firm the line. We cannot get complacent. And to those who are KickVic and still believe half the crap that Monica and Ron and Jamie are trying to pull, you have my pity, because you're going to lose in the end. And it's going to take maybe years for the anime community to repair itself. Because there is a time to break down. Because as there is a time to keep silent and a time to speak. Ecclesiastes 3:3b, it also says there's a time to break down, and a time to tear down, and a time to build up. And in 3:8, there's a time for love and a time for hate. To love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. It's time that this war be brought to an end, in my opinion. It's time for the KickVicers to admit they were wrong, for the judge to throw the book at Funimation, and to find the defendants, Funimation Entertainment, guilty. And maybe when this is all smoothed over, it may take weeks, it may take months, it may take years, but maybe the anime community will eventually at least stitch itself back together and be at peace again. I stand with Vic, now, then, and forever. Like and comment on the video if you wish. Subscribe to my channel. Goodbye and good night. Bang.